It's the Cornermen Radio Live with BARZINI. Shout out to the whole LDBC. Shout out to my co-host BOXINGEYE. Yo, we have a special guest right now. How's it going today, Hector?
Everything good, man. Everything good here in Mazatlan. Enjoying the weather, enjoying the city. And I just came in from a press conference because we have a boxing show here in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, with a new prospect with the fighters for Mexico that we have here.
Okay, yeah, you told me February 3rd, right?
Yes, February 23rd.
23rd, okay, February 23rd, okay. Yeah, man. Well, we just saw the news yesterday. The story broke, and I was really surprised and shocked this happened. How did Gilberto Ramirez start? How did he start working with your family? Where did it all start?
What do you mean? I couldn't understand well.
I was saying, when did Gilberto Ramirez start working with you and your family?
Okay. Can you tell me the question one more time, please? I just moved because I'm here. There's lots of noise, but I'm listening to you now. I'm in another place right now.
Okay. All right. So I was saying, the story broke out on Boxing Scene that Gilberto Ramirez parted ways with you and your family, and I wanted to know when did Gilberto Ramirez start working with you and your family?
Well, there was something unbelievable. We were very surprised because we've been working with him since he was 2 years old, and like 1 month ago, when the New Year, in the beginning of January, he started to tell us, that he had a new project and a new team and new direction. So we tried to, we gave him time to think about it because he's like part of the family, and we gave him time to think about it. We talked to him. We told him, that he needs to be aware about on the other side because there's some people, that they start to tell things and this and that. But after all this time, he was taking the same position, and me and my father and him, we decided to finish this in a good manner, in a friendly manner.
Okay, because I was really surprised, man, because he's been with y'all since he was 12 years old, right?
Yes, he was with us when he was 2 years old. He came to the gym. The first time that he came to the gym, he came with his parents here in Mazatlan, Sinaloa, Mexico. And since then, we've been working with him. He was successful in 3 national amateurs. He won the nationals and the amateurs 3 times. And after that, my father is a promoter. I'm a trainer and manager. So after that, we start to build his career in the pros. And we compared him a world champion, youth world champion when he was 19 years old, before to sign with Top Rank, and we were doing very good. We were doing, we are very proud of the career that we made together. We made history. We're gonna be in the books, in the Mexican books of boxing. So because he is the first Mexican to be a world champion in 168 division, super middleweight. And unfortunately, sometimes things doesn't happen. Like the big fight doesn't come. The big persons, they're not there. And always somebody has the fault. And this time, whatever is the reason, he thinks that we had the fault of this. He thinks that we are the reason that he didn't get the big fights. And, we always support fighters. our job is support them, is to guide them, to go to the top. And, he has another direction. If he thinks that he's going to do a better career by himself or with somebody else, there's nothing we can do. We just need to respect his decision and wish him the best and good luck, man.
Right. So the only reason why he left you and your father is because he thought he couldn't get the big fights sticking with y'all.
That's what we believe. That the big fights that didn't came. The big money for him. So that's that's the main reason. That he thinks that by himself he's gonna do good things. He's doing it by himself. He's gonna do much better. So we, like I said, we respect his decision, and we are here to help the fighters. We work for boxing. The sport of boxing doesn't have a name, doesn't have a surname, and when a fighter, even we are like families, it's like a brother. When a brother he's not comfortable in his house with his father or his brother, and they left, they just left. And they start to do their own life. The same thing that we see with Gilberto.
Mm-hmm. So, my next question for you, Hector, is: do you think Ramirez will do better at 175, a light heavyweight?
I was telling Gilberto since a couple of fights back to move to 175 because he was struggling too much to make the weight. He was cutting too much weight. So this last time we made an adjustment with professional nutritionist from Mexico, one of the best, and he did a great job. So I believe that Gilberto has everything to beat everybody in 175. Of course, I believe that. He's gonna be stronger. He's gonna be faster. His punching power is gonna be much better. So yes.
Thank you, sir.
I just hope that he keep the same system working, discipline, and because he was very humble in the training camp, I just hope that he keep the same system to go to the very top.
Okay.
He's the next better 175-pounder.
Yeah.
Well, BOXINGEYE, you have a question for Hector?
It's kind of loud where I'm at, so go ahead. What questions?
All right, so my next question for you, Hector, is, all right, did Ramirez see anything wrong that in camp, working with your family, that he seemed like he wasn't getting better in training camp? Was there anything wrong in training camp where Ramirez felt like you guys weren't helping him as much as he would like him to be?
What do you mean? One more time? In training camp, what?
I was wondering, did Ramirez see any flaws with working with your family in training? Like some people were asking me, were Ramirez doing better in his fights lately than before? Has he improved as a fighter? So I was wondering, in my question, did Ramirez see like he wasn't improving working with you and your father?
No, like I said, Hector, he really wanted big fights. He wanted to stay 168. Sometimes when you stay in one division for too long, sometimes it's kind of dangerous because you start to lose energy. So his energy wasn't the same. So we always respect the decision of the fighters, telling him, you gotta go up to 175. So we do everything. We do the extra to make him to do the weight. His last fight with Jesse Hart, and he did well with the weight. I believe that Jesse Hart is a fighter that can beat any champion. any 168 division. I believe that Gilberto demonstrated that he's the best. He's the number one in super middleweight division. You know, everything was good with the camp. When I asked him, hey, what do you think? Do you have something uncomfortable with the training camp with us? And he said, no. He said, actually, he didn't have any problem with training camp. So I believe, you know, sometimes fighters, I don't know, you know, like when they go to the top, sometimes they start to get ideas from somebody else, and they start to get confused. You know, I believe that Gilberto right now, he's like a little confused. Whatever reason it is, he make a decision, and we respect it.
You see when I hear these things did you think some of his friends or somebody was telling him to leave you guys, leave your family, and to be somewhere else? Do you think there were other people suggesting him to go other places?
Of course, somebody did. You know, in the history of the Mexican boxing, many fighters like Carlos Zárate, like Olivares, like fighters like, like Toluco Lopez, they're talking about the 40s, the 1950s, 1960s. With the Mexican fighters, it happens many times. Why it happens? It happens because they start from the bottom. They don't have anything when they came to the gym. They didn't even finish the education system like high school. One of the things I learned from this is that we need to prepare the fighters since the beginning. When they go to the top, we need to prepare them, mentally, when they start to make money for everything. Because maybe they can be prepared to be fighters, to win a fight, to train and everything like that, but the other side of the business, sometimes they're not prepared, you know, and that's something that I will not forget. That's something I learned, and I'm gonna work hard for my next fighters.
Right. My next question: do you think it's also money that, because your father was his manager and trainer as well, you think that had to be in the reason why he left as well?
Listen, my father is a promoter. I'm the manager, the trainer. Okay, when Gilberto wasn't here in Mexico, we bring him to the house for a couple of years. He was living in my father's house. So my mother feeding and my father also, and my father, he sold his businesses, his taxi license, his taxi business because he was bidding for Gilberto. He had lots of illusions, and we left everything to make this happen. And and we invest money, we invest time with an illusion. Never thinking about the money, about the millions. We were thinking about to have a world champion for a dream. But sometimes when the money comes, man, sometimes when the money comes, sometimes everything changes, you know. And
right.
I believe whatever is the reason, I believe whatever we were getting from Gilberto, we really deserve it, because there is something that is stipulated in the rules of boxing. It's not something that we invented. It's something fair. It's the fair that is for every manager and for every couple more for every trainer. You know, it's the fair thing. We weren't doing anything wrong, man. We were doing the good thing to him, and that, he thinks that he's gonna do better, man. Maybe he's gonna do better. I wish, and and God bless him.
Right. Hey man, welcome to the show. Sorry, I had some background noise going. Yeah, so when Gilberto was coming up, he was impressive, and you seen the Arthur Abraham fight. That was, around that time, Gilberto was looking spectacular. Me personally, his last few performances, he's been gutting out wins. Now, do you think that he should have moved up to 175 sooner?
Yes, he said that. He said that.
No, but I'm asking him. I didn't hear.
One of the reasons,
No, I'm saying, have you seen, like, he hasn't improved? To me, between the two Jesse Hart fights, I didn't see an improvement. I seen Hart at the end. He hurt his arm, but he showed Hart at the end. Jesse Hart, if his trainers knew what they were doing, Jesse Hart smothered himself. Jesse Hart had an opportunity to win that fight. He didn't have the boxing IQ to do it, though.
He had the opportunity, but he didn't realize it.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
I haven't seen.
Yeah.
To me, it's like Gilberto. I love him. I think he's going to do better at 175. Me personally, I think he's going to be strong. I think he's going to fill in. You get him a fight against a Joe Smith, a Sullivan Barrera, and then you work his way up. I think he's going to be sharper, stronger. He's going to get, like he used to get, when he was fresh at 168, he was getting stronger as the fight goes on. Now, I haven't seen that. His past 3 fights, I feel like he hasn't been as good I feel like he's digressed. And maybe that's because of the weight. Maybe he stayed at 168 too long. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. Sometimes with the fighters, when the fighters are cutting too much weight, they lose too much energy. It's not the same because the recovery, it's not just made the weight, it's the recovery. So sometimes they don't recover 100%. So like I said, a couple fights before Jesse Hart, the last fight, I didn't want him to take the fight in 168. I want him to move to 175. But the promoter was promising us a big fight, with Golovkin or maybe with a unification fight, but it never happened. Okay, so I believe it's a good decision to go to 175 because, like I said, Gilberto's going to be much better, he's going to be stronger, he's going to eat more, he's going to rest more, he's going to have more energy, So, of course,
what's he walk around at? He walks around. What's he walk around at? Like 190?
190.
Yeah.
190, 192.
That's what I'm trying to tell my co-host, man. He don't listen. Yeah. I see it. That's why I'm the boxing eye on this show.
Hey, he's funny.
That's good, man. That's good.
So, Hector, do you think there's any trainer out there besides you and your father can help him, help Ramirez become number 1 like you did for him at 168? Because he's 39-0. Y'all made him number 1 at 168. Made him world champion. Do you see any other trainer out there can help Ramirez become a better fighter besides you and your father?
Yeah. I mean, there are lots of good trainers. There are lots of good trainers. Gilberto, he used to be concentrated since we were making his career. We always went out of Mazatlan to concentrate because in Mazatlan is a big party town. It's a tourist sport, lots of tourism here. So lots of parties. So we used to go to Guadalajara, Mexico City before to go to the States to be concentrated, to be focused, and be away from the parties. So I believe for me that Gilberto, he should go to make the same system, to be concentrated. Maybe I believe Robert Garcia has over there in Riverside, he has like a ranch and he has like a house, a room that he can be concentrated. So maybe he can go all the way to Miami with Pedro Diaz also. So I believe those people that have air places where they can stay and they're away from the city. So I believe that's the best option for Gilberto because he used to do that, I don't know. We were doing a very good team. We were doing really good. We were seeing the strategies to beat Kovalev, the strategies to beat Bivol, the strategies to beat any 175. We've been seeing that since last year. So, we were analyzing all the fights. We were doing that. It's not just training. It's about to analyze what you want to do in the ring, how you want to. Those are hard punchers, So it's got to be, he doesn't need only to go there and fight inside. He needs to be smarter than them to beat them.
All right. Hector, my next question. Can you let the fans know what's the other fighters that you have on your team and the other fighters that's on your stable? Can you let the fans know who you're working with now?
Pardon me, what you said about the fighters in my stable? I didn't hear the last question.
My last question was who are the other fighters you're helping out? Who are the other fighters you're training? Who are the other fighters on your stable?
You know, we have two small fighters. It's bantamweight and bantamweight. One of them is Jesus Arechiga. He's a 7-0. He was 5 times national champion. He didn't want to stay in the amateurs because they were asking for him to go to the Olympic Games next one, but he decided to turn pro. So he's one of the fighters. He's one of the diamonds that I need to polish. I have another fighter in bantamweight, Ruben Vega. He's 11-0 and 1 draw. He's another good fighter. And I have a more young prospects, here in Mazatlan. Gilberto Ramirez is my second world champion. I had 1 world champion. The first one was a minimum weight. He's Jose Torito Rodriguez. My second champion is Gilberto Ramirez in super middleweight. So you see, it's a big difference between the weights. So I know how to work with the small weights, the light weights, and the super middleweights. For me, man, I just beginning this. I start with the right step, and I will work harder with more enthusiasm to create more champions and come back stronger and smarter.
Right, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see your other fighters, man. Are any of your fighters going to be on another card in the U.S. where we can watch their next fights?
Pardon me? One more time,
I was saying, where can we see your fighters' next fights on?
Okay.
Is it going to be on TV or?
Yeah. We have a fan page. The fight is going to be here in Mexico, but we have a fan page named Zapari Boxing Promotions. So they're going to put a link streaming. The fight they're going to be streaming in the Zapari Boxing fan page. I'm going to send you the details. I'm gonna text you. I'm going to send you all the details, and so you can check it out over there. It's going to be next Saturday, February 22. It's going to start at 7 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay. Yeah, man. I can't wait, man. I'm looking forward to seeing your other stable. I'm sure you're going to make more other world champions. I'm sure you're going to make these guys become number 1 again, just like you have done for ZURDO Ramirez. I'm sure, man. I wish you all the success and all the best. And you stay safe out there, Hector. And thank you for coming on the Cornermen Radio. My last thing, can you give out your social media so the fans can follow you?
Yes, the social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter is Hector Zapari. My last name is spelled with Z-A-P-A-R-I, Hector Zapari. And the promotional company that my father has is Zapari Boxing. So you can follow us out over there. And thank you very much for inviting me to your radio show. I'm a new fan now. I'm going to start to follow you now.
Thank you, Hector. I really appreciate it, and I truly respect you, what you do for these fighters and what you do for boxing. You guys make kids and women and men become champions, and y'all work so hard and invest your time, your money, and everything to make these guys reach their full potential. So I salute you, Hector. I salute your father as well. Y'all do really great for boxing, man. And thank you.
Thank you very much. And we're still in contact. We keep in touch. Have a great day, man.
Yes. All right, Hector. You have a great day.
Okay, you too.